Every now and then we like to try out novelty games, from Handemonium to Don't Lose Your Cool. This is and pretty much anything with a weird concept. But today we're going to be trying out a true classic. Today we are checking out Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Originally released in the US in the 60s, it was absolutely massive, but I don't think it was ever really that big here in the UK. It was released over here in the 70s under the name Raving Bonkers, which is a very, very stupid name, and I'm sure anybody outside the UK has no idea what the hell that means. I do like the fact that they've used a retro design for the packaging, though the poorly photoshopped children on the front do take me out of it a little bit. In the 70s UK release, they also decided to rename Red Rocker as Biffa Bonker, and equally as stupid, they decided to rename Blue Bomber Basher Bonker. I apologize for the actions of my country. The 70s were a different time. Already roughing and tumbling. So first things out of the box, we've got the two robots, and we've got the ring itself. Can I successfully put this together without looking at the instructions? How hard can it be? It's a toy from the 60s. Simple. Each player takes a robot which is controlled by these handles just here, and if you move around the handles you can reposition your robot inside the ring, and then you've got two little buttons on the top. One controls the punch on the right hand side and one controls the punch on the left hand side. So if you can land a well placed uppercut like this, that will knock his block off, and then to reset it all you need to do is push his head back down and you're ready to go. I love how simple this game is, but I also can't imagine me playing it for very long. Press the button lightly, you go for just light jabs, which don't really do much. But if you just slam the button, straight knockout. Intern, are you ready to rumble? Round one, defense, defense, defense. Ah, oh, that was me.
That's a double knockout.
I don't think that's a thing. Fight! No, no, no. Oh no! God, you went in there quick. Ah, what? That was way too quick. Round, what number are we on? Round four, back in your corner. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, come on. You can't beat the speed. Hey, there we go. I found the winning strategy. Just pound the button. I think I've won two, you've won like
2 or 3?
four?
I don't know, I'm not keeping
Two it is.
I can't.
Three for me. Move like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yay, there we go. I don't think you're meant to play it that aggressively. Friend. The robots have been weaponized. Could you stop? Fight! I'm just rubbing your head with a screwdriver. Oh, now we're straight. I'll lift, you go under. I'd say adding the weapons does make it a lot harder. Stop bonking him on the head, get him on the chin, yeah. Oh, was that a draw?
That's a double knockout, right?
And I knight you, sir. Red Rocket. What's his name? Now let's just hope one of these thumbtacks doesn't just fly off and hits one of us in the eye. Stab, 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 yeah. Oh. Oh, oh no. Ah. It's like Robot Wars, but without the fire or actual robots or fun. Yeah, it's like rubbish Robot Wars. Ow. Well, I definitely enjoy the novelty of Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but it doesn't really have that much replayability. You can play this for about 10 minutes and then you start to get a bit bored because there's only so much you can do with it. I imagine the kids from the 60s had a real blast with this, though kids nowadays, I feel like they wouldn't get much joy out of it. They probably wouldn't last a minute before losing interest and wanting to go ahead and 1v1 someone on Fortnite for calling their sister fat. Whatever kids do these days. But despite that, I still like this game. It's like owning a bit of history, especially with the retro box. Though it's not the sort of game that you can sit down and have long sessions with, it is good for settling disputes. Like instead of a fun war or rock, paper, scissors or a duel to the death, you can settle your grievances with Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Like real grown-ups. And with that, I think that's going to be it for another edition of Looted. Shout out to Kai Preshaw, Keegan McAdams, Natasha Savage, and Pika Foop on Patreon. Thank you very much for your support. And if you like this video, hit like. If you like all our videos, hit subscribe. We've got more videos on the way. You can also follow us on our social pages. If you want to support the channel further, check out the link in the description to our Patreon account. And you can also join us on our Discord server. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Ah! Ow. Ooh, I think I'm bleeding.